I'll come back to you later on. Who's got their hand up now?
I did.
Okay,
I
please.
gave way to him.
Yes, you're very kind, don't you?
No, he did have his hand up for a long time, holding it like this. Okay. And it really associates a similar thing. Firstly, the police not being able to control it. We don't have enough police in town. I know that's a Queensland police matter, but the letters that some of us, I personally, my husband Lee, we live with other people in one of your council units, and are looked after very well, thank you. That's probably where some of your rates money goes, looking after the oldies. Woohoo! However, we have had a lot of trouble with the new building across the road on top of Barang Street. We thought we had it all settled after all the meetings with the police, councils, everybody, and the housing people, and it's all started up again. Now the trouble with the police here in Kuranda is there are not enough of them, and their system in the police station is an analogue system. Now this information I have from the police, it's not hearsay. And so when they're in their car, looking for whatever they're supposed to be looking after somewhere else, somebody breaking into a house or killing somebody or whatever, and there's a lot of that around, a lot of violence, especially at night, after 12. After 12. They're not on duty. So you've got to call 000, and can ask, did you see any blood? And these stupid things like this that hold the whole process up. There's a community type number, which I can't remember, but we are advised by the local police to ring 000 first if we think somebody is being injured by somebody else. Doesn't always work, because by the time they get through to them, everybody's scattered. So they don't know who it is, you know. And so the noise careers around through the scrub. Also, talk about the scrub, which is when we live near the scrub, and it's all because part of that too. The council, correct me if I'm wrong, you employ or you organise a person to get rid of feral animals, including dogs. Correct? Yep, dog. Well, no, in the night time. In the night time, around Korea, around Kuranda. It is. You do. And we hear gunshots every now and again from our place.
Well, we don't shoot animals, no.
All right, then I met a young man. Now, I can't guarantee on this young man, but I said something about he was from Britain, he was looking for work, and he found some work doing hunting all night, and he showed his hands. He wasn't used to using anything. And I said, what were you hunting? Where? He said, oh, around Kuranda, Speewah, around here.
Woree Road.
Eh?
Woree Road.
What?
Woree Road.
Where's Woree Road? Okay. And they were killing dingoes, as he said, because they're only half bred anyway. Like he just arrived in Britain, right? So he's been employed by this guy, who I would like to investigate what he is really doing. Because I truly believe if you have a cat or a dog, great, love them, right? Allergic to cats, but love them all. However, if you've got a dog or a cat, they should be kept enclosed, chained, something of a night. They shouldn't be out there. That's when the wallabies come out. That's when all the little animals come out. And you see something scoot through the bush and you've got some new kid going, oh, that's funny, that's fun. Bang. You know? The whole idea of it is crazy. I was appalled. I tried to talk about it with him, but he didn't understand what I was talking about. I said, dingoes. He said, no, the dingoes are feral animals.
Anybody else heard the high calibre gunfire in night time?
Occasionally, very occasionally.
In answer, you've got your stories in a couple of parts.
I have. We've got noise that starts, and we don't have the police. We don't have the facility, and I don't know how you go about it as a council, but they do not have the facility to employ more people and have them on night shifts.
Yes.
Like if we had a hospital, we'd have to have a night staff, right? We'd have police, we don't have night staff.
Okay, let me answer that in part.
Just one thing, we do have a station with accommodation. We don't need
I don't run the police force, and we don't have
No.
we don't have a 24-hour station in Kuranda. I've often suggested that we ought to, because of the nature of the situation that we have. Now, in terms of the accommodation over the road from where you live, I have written to the Minister now on a couple of occasions,
I have the
possibly
letter.
3. You've seen the letters.
Yes.
I got a response from the Minister the week before last about that, explaining what they are doing now. The housing people are visiting there fortnightly now. They're trying very hard to ensure that there's no blow-ins that turn up there and hang out there and get drunk and so on. They're suggesting that they're doing well, and I think that that's handy if they do. If they don't, I want you to contact me, because I will write back to the Minister at any time about that.
The situation is nobody goes there between 12 and 4 o'clock in the morning,
Yes.
and that's when we are trying to sleep.
Well, all I can suggest is you keep me in contact with that,
Yeah, I will.
because it's absolutely imperative that we have our people in our pensioner units ought to feel absolutely secure at all times. There's been a time in the last 6 months or so when there was a little lack of security.
It did start to come down.
And
It's just all started to go.
Okay, well I'll report that, because I'm very disappointed in that.
So long.
However, last week I was in Cairns and I met with the new Deputy Director of DATSIP, that's the organisation responsible. He's not the person that looks after housing, but nonetheless I raised the question with him. I spoke to him about a number of things, including housing shortage, more particularly for the Indigenous community in Kuranda, and it is in a serious housing shortage, there's no question about that. We know that. I raised that with him. I've asked him to contact Ngoombi and talk about those things, because they, after all, are the housing cooperative here. So we had a long discussion, and we talked about those flats on the corner over the road from your Barang Street. So I'm trying very hard to do the things that I can possibly do as a councillor when it's none of my jurisdiction, when all things are said and done. I'm sticking my nose in, but saying, hey, wait a minute, I'm sticking my nose in because of you.
Yeah.
You are in my units, and you're entitled to your peace and well-being, and that's that and all about it. So I will continue that argument.
However, thank you for that. However, it's not just that. It's. I would like to know what's going on with the whoever you've got racing around with a gun, feral animals.
We don't shoot dogs in the night, I promise you. There might be folks that we shoot at night, but not dogs.
No, it's just that this young man, he was quite serious. He was really
I'll come
serious.
back to you in a second.
And he didn't think he was doing any harm. He'd been out all night hunting with this guy who was a Mareeba Shire councilman, who was out there with they had special guns for the young fella to come and help him shoot dogs.
Okay. Peter, I'll just ask you to clarify, did you hear that exchange? The allegation is that we have a young man with a gun who goes around at night hunting dogs.
No, we don't.
No, that was his statement.
Sorry?
That was his statement.
Yeah, but we do hear rifle shots.
Look, somebody may well be out there shooting. It's certainly not a council officer. Our council guys do not go out and shoot dogs. We trap them, we bait them, we do all sorts of other mechanisms, but we don't go out shooting.
So,
Do they go around at night?
No, shooting's on. And to be honest with you, we won't
we do provide traps, we do those sorts of things, but we sure as hell don't shoot dogs at night. You've got to believe Hey, wait a minute. We're not going to have so many meetings on the back of the room, please.
So, Tom, the question was, there is concern about mating of dogs. There are very strict rules about mating of dogs. We don't do it in urban areas. and when we do it in semi-urban areas, we actually contact all the others. So there is, don't worry about council inadvertently baiting your dogs. We're very careful.
We won't be doing that either. Okay.